And Rowan O'Brien will be leading the debate. He's the list manager, recruiting manager. I can see Trevor Woodhouse, Stephen Nash, some very experienced people there in the room with Adam Simpson. I'm sure that they'll make a great decision for their footy club.
They're making us wait. Joey, for this first one, the tension is building.
Well, there was a little thing that said trade is in. So for West Coast Eagles fans, I think don't get nervous. I don't think that's a trade for pick one. There might be some other trades going on, but pick one is in.
With pick one, the West Coast Eagles select Harley Reid from the Bendigo Pioneers and the Tongala Football Netball Club.
So Craig McRae told Jack to read the room after the Moonee Valley escapades. It was put to me today. That's exactly what he did. He saw that Bobby Hill came in. He was squeezed halfway out, and now he sees Schultz come in, squeezed fully out. He goes and finds a club that will give him a multiple-year deal and where he can play. Now, he's called McRae to say thank you. He's done the right thing there. He's also asked permission from Sam Mitchell to attend the races this weekend at Caulfield, so that was quite clever. How did it play out? Collingwood absolutely emphatic. We did not shop him around across the weekend at all. His camp were adamant that's exactly what happened in the last couple of days, and there are independent clubs that would say yes, he was. They were told that he was made available. So it was up to the Ginnivan camp then to find him a new home. The Hawks jumped in a heartbeat. Now, he arrived back from Bali on Monday night. He met his childhood hero, Sam Mitchell, on Tuesday. He got that deal for as long as 4 years. The expectation is he takes his number 33 jumper and plays there with that. He reads the play. There was a chasm at Hawthorn with their goals this year. Bruce, 47, Mitch Lewis, 36, and then Dylan Moore, 17, and then some other players in the teens. At the very least, he kicks you 30 goals. He is a plug-and-play player. I think it's a smart move for him, even though there's going to be some gnashing of teeth about exactly how it played out.
Yeah, so there's conflicting reports, isn't there? I mean, I'm sure the thing is, if Collingwood wanted to keep him, they could have. So they're obviously happy for him, whatever context, to let him go. And they've probably, to be fair, seen some red flags with him. Because if you're a high-end talent and you have some troubles, you want to keep these players. I mean, they did it with Jaden Stevenson only a few years ago. So I think it's a pretty ruthless call by Collingwood. I don't mind it. I think that they've obviously got Schultz. They think that he wasn't necessarily in their plans going forward. And he gets an opportunity at a club that, as you touched on, Ralphie, for me, were desperate for a small forward. So they lost Tyler Brockman, and we'll touch on that later. Desperate for someone that could kick some goals at ground level, with Luke Bruce getting towards the end of his career. So it's a smart decision by him and his camp to take up that offer. Gives him a little bit of security with a longer deal. But, I think pretty ruthless call by the Pies, and I don't mind it.
People at home, they want to know how this deal got done.
That's right. So Sydney's been pushing really hard for a very long time. As we told you a couple of weeks back, it was a very lifestyle-based decision. Come up here, yes, you're going to play great football, but you'll also have a fantastic lifestyle. Your partner will be able to work in the health industry, which she does. Everyone's going to say, what's the money worth? So Melbourne extricate themselves with this without having to pay a red cent for the future. They gave up pick 27, they get back 33, I get back 46 for him. That's okay. So Collingwood will continue to pay about $250,000 of that deal. They have a heads of agreement with Brodie, not Melbourne. They will pay that for the next 4 years. So Collingwood still pay $1 million. Melbourne are out of it, and Sydney pays $650,000. So if you'd said to them 18 months ago, 44 in a future pick 30, and you pay $650,000 for a two-time best and fairest winner, two-time All-Australian, they would have jumped at it in a heartbeat.
I suppose the big question is, Dal, can he get back to that, though, what Ralphie just suggested then?
Well, there's a couple of pieces. The first thing that I'll say is there'll be a lot of questions asked about Melbourne and this decision roughly 12-odd months ago. I have no disappointment that they tried something that's a little bit unusual. Did it work? No, it didn't. Did it cost them? No, I don't think that it really did in the end. So it didn't work. We all move on. Can Brodie Grundy still be one of the best ruckmen in the competition? Absolutely he can. And I think what we learnt last year is he is a sole ruckman. He doesn't need to go forward. He's not a forward that can then go into the ruck. There's no reason he can't get back to those numbers that you said from 2 seasons ago. Why can't he?
Well, I think he did it for 4 weeks when Max Gawn went down with a medial ligament injury. What was it, rounds 2 to 4 or something like that? So he's shown us really recently. Of course, he had an injury interrupted season last year. He's going to have the fire in the belly. He's going to be rested up there. He can have his piccolo lattes at Glebe or Paddington or whatever it is. So, happy off the field, happy on the field, and he gets to dominate for Sydney.
That's how good Ralphie is. He actually knows what these players, what they have for a coffee. That's how much
coffee
research
with him. He had a magic today. That's what he had.
Right.
Obviously, what happened last weekend was a pretty hard time. So just going out there and just proving a point that I'm just a boy trying to play some football.
For an early statement, the Dogs
Hawks deliver it, and they are pumped, all of them.
Well, I felt pretty proud to obviously going out there with all my mates that supported me throughout a tough week, and then to do that in front of everyone, it just hopefully makes a stance in a moment, and hopefully people look back on it from 30 years now and say nothing's happened since.
Unbelievably proud of him and what he's been able to do tonight. We're lucky to have him.
That moment out there was probably a bit emotional because they literally love me, so it's so easy to see, but we're just not just a football club, we're a big family.
Thinking of Hercules, a life of godlike labours, unbeatable, a legendary example of manliness, strong when needed, kind when needed. His end, struck down by the blood of the Hydra, seven-headed beast of excruciating poison, searing body, mind, love, self, knowing it would not end, and able, one last thing, he built a great pyre and threw himself upon it. Finally, mercifully delivering his last labour. So goes the legend. So we'd pray for all heroes. So we pray for ours.
Barassi, oh, remarkable!
The super coach, Ron Barassi.
One of the greatest Australia's ever seen, and wherever he goes, success seems to follow him in football. He's got that magic touch.
I'm tough in my demands because I think the game is tough.
He knows every facet of grand final football, having participated in 8 as a player. He demands players follow his advice, or else.
Billy, look at that! Come on, Julie!
Go and tell Jules to chase, or he's off the ground. One of the two. Chase that opponent. Now, if you don't think I'm straight, you're bloody right.
Don't get wound up out there by anybody!
You could have run and intercepted that first goal, and you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, do you? That's bloody right.
Healy off, Ellingworth on. Bloody weak as piss. How many kicks have you got? That's the answer to everything. Possessions. You give me possession and I'll shut up.
If we're going to fail, we'll fail my way. I'm extraordinarily proud of you, but I want you to make me the proudest coach in league history.
The other side went in the race, and finally the fellow said to St. Peter, he said, I see you got Ron Barassi playing up there. And St. Peter said, no, he said, that's God, he only thinks he's Ron Barassi.
There's no need for any more talk, there's time for action now.
That's right. Come on, Bill.